That is blinding, Matthew. Hello, welcome to another edition of Jack Regal Productions. Tonight I'm going to talk about a couple of football games that are going to happen on Sunday. The reason we are outside is we are in Medford and there's a power outage. And as you can see, there's no lights on at all. And around here, that absolutely never happens. Matthew filmed a video earlier. Now I understand why he was blinded, because that light is bright. But that's what makes it all the fun, because we don't want to just go upstairs and read by candlelight. We're just going to have a little fun here before the Buffalo Jets game that's starting shortly. I did a video yesterday on that. I do like the Jets to win. I said 24-20. I'm sticking with that. I don't need to go any more analysis, because if you happen to watch that award-winning video yesterday, you would understand what it was. If you didn't, the pick's 24-20. Jets over Buffalo. Okay, move on. What's going on, Matthew? What do we have here?
I'm going to give you two games to predict about.
Okay.
The first game is going to be the Denver Broncos versus the Indianapolis Colts.
What's the point spread?
I believe it's 6.5.
Denver's favored by 6.5 over Indy. Last year, the Broncos played Indy in Indianapolis when they were like 6-0. And they lost their first game last year when they had that wonderful defense, which I still think they have, but so far it's only one game that's happened. The Colts' defense went down the hill in the second part of last year. They were absolutely atrocious last week. See, I can't talk. This happens on all these videos. Last is L-A-S-T, not lash. Like I'm lashing at something. But anyways, back to them. The Colts' defense has been bad. I talked to a friend of mine. I think the Colts' defense has been bad since they were in Baltimore. Really, they've never really had a great defense. It was so pathetic against the Lions last week. The Broncos with their offense, with Trevor the Traction Engine. I'm sorry, I can't call him Trevor Simeon yet. I wish he wasn't there and somebody else was.
Daddy wishes Brock Osweiler was still on the team.
Well, Brock Osweiler didn't want to stay, or maybe even Paxton Lynch. Because Trevor the Traction Engine was very mediocre last week, and people keep talking about how great he was. I'm going to root for him because he's on the Broncos, but I'm very, very skeptical. I like the Bruins. Man, I keep doing it again. The Broncos running game. C.J. Anderson played well last week. They get 95 yards rushing and another 40 or so yards receiving against a good Carolina defense. Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders can exploit the Colts cornerbacks. Vontae Davis is good, but the rest of them are very shaky. Maybe Trevor can do just enough by not turning the ball over when they can win this game. The Colts on offense, I think they will do a good job with Andrew Luck. I know the Broncos defense is good, but Andrew Luck, to me, is a fantastic quarterback. I know friends of mine think he's overrated, but last week he played well. And last year he had a lacerated kidney. How can you get on the guy's case for that? I've always liked Andrew Luck. Maybe I'm a little biased. They have a decent offense with T.Y. Hilton, Frank Gore, other guys as well. But I think the Broncos are just going to be able to overcome them, because I don't think the Colts defense can play well enough. And I think Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware or Shane Ray or T.J. Ward or Chris Harris Jr. to lead will create at least one turnover, which will be huge in this game. Denver 28, Colts 17. All right, Matthew, what do you have for the last one?
Next, we have a Monday night game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Chicago Bears.
Philadelphia's 1-0, Chicago's 0-1. Philadelphia's coming off of a nice victory with Carson Wentz's first start in the NFL. I believe he threw 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions, 270 yards or so. I like the way he played. I was very impressed, because I don't think the Eagles were very good. Maybe they're going to be better now that those kids playing. Chicago had a small lead against the Texans in week 1, and then they puked on themselves. They played terrible in the second half. Very disappointing to me, because I had them pulled 6.5 and they lost by, I don't remember what it was, 10, 13, but they could have covered very easily. Although, because of that, I think Carson Wentz being rookie against a Chicago pass rush, they've added some new players. I don't know any of the names of these players, and I apologize for people for that. Usually it's the Broncos, Patriots, and big name teams. I know the names of them, but I've watched Chicago's defense in the preseason, and they really go after the passer. And I think Carson Wentz being a rookie is going to have a hard time with that. I think it'll be at least 1 or 2 turnovers. I know they do have Ryan Matthews as a decent running back, but I think that Chicago's going to get to him enough to cause a turnover. Chicago's offense with Jay Cutler and Alshon Jeffrey and Zach Miller and length with the running back, should be able to produce enough points to win this game. I think Chicago's a little bit better than Philly is. Also playing at home is a huge advantage. Like Chicago, 24, Philly, 20.
I a little bit disagree about that. Even though Philadelphia's defense isn't the greatest, I think Chicago's offense isn't going to do good. My prediction is 30-20.
Looking good for the kid on the road. Hey, hope you're right, because I know you like the Eagles. I just give my unbiased opinion on these. I don't really care who wins or loses, except when I pick them. Well, all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching this outside edition with my blinding light, Jack Rigo Productions. Have a wonderful evening, and hope your power is on wherever you are.
Don't forget to subscribe to Jack Rico Productions on YouTube.com. Thank you. Goodbye.